lived and died. It was about the expansion of liberty, expansion of freedom, including more and more people. And we're seeing exactly the opposite take shape under this administration.
Oh, sometimes I wonder if they try to hide this from us. Follow along with me to get your mind blown. Let's dive into the one book you're not supposed to read, Enoch. So here's a fitting title: The Fall of the Angels and Demoralization of Mankind. And this is what he saw. And I looked and I saw, and behold, they led out their privy members like horses and began to cover the cows and oxen. And they all became pregnant and bore elephants, camels, and asses, otherwise known as donkeys. So out of all of the hundreds of thousands of animals in the animal kingdom, God decides to show Enoch 3 of them: an elephant, a donkey, and a camel. Whew, you can't make this stuff up.
Let's slide on over to what the parties are in the United States. We got the Republican Party, which is also known as the Grand Old Party, or the GOP. And what is their logo? A dang elephant, bro. And what do we got here as the Democratic Party of the United States? Oh my goodness, could it possibly be a ass or a donkey? Go figure. And what about the camel? Funny you should ask, because that is the National Prohibitionist. Their logo is a camel. Okay, but what does the Prohibition Party do? So the Prohibition Party is the oldest active U.S. third party focusing on restricting of alcohol, tobacco, gambling to promote social, public health, and moral reform. It also advocates for conservative social policies and runs presidential candidates using a camel as a mascot because the animal drinks only water. So the reason why they chose a camel for their mascot is because it's considered dry. It only drinks water, which is a symbolism for the party's dedication to abstinence, which I find very interesting. That the book of Enoch, Enoch himself would mention these 3 animals, which so happen that thousands of years later would be the animals used in our political parties. How would he know that? Fun fact about Enoch, he knew there was 365 days before science knew there were 365 days. How did he know that? Okay, so now that you know all that, let's get into the scariest part of this video. The elephants, the camels, the donkeys, and all of the oxen feared them, and they were afraid at them, and began to bite with their teeth and to devour and to gore with their horns.
Jesse, where are you going with this? Who are the oxen? Well, the oxen is a representation of the righteous descendants of Adam. The donkeys, the elephants, and the camels, well, they represent the Nephilim, the monstrous offspring of the fallen angels known as stars, who bred with the women known as cows and heifers. Enoch saw the fallen angels breeding with the women, who later gave birth to the elephants, donkeys, and camels, which would eventually fill the world with corruption. Now you know why the world is what it is today. Wake up, y'all.
We are now inside Jeffrey Epstein's library. This chalkboard displayed cryptic words. We're not sure what this means, and we're hoping you in the audience can take a look at this.
All right, class, this was a blueprint to summon something. Let's break it down. When the plants appear, it begins. They drop in fake influencers, controlled assets,